back into the neutral zone. Simic is there. He'll tag it back along the near boards. Lastjev bumped by McKenzie and by Hagen. And they're going to call out one on Hagen as well. Charging with the shoulder on Dave Hagen. So it's another free kick from the near wing boards. You're going to probably see Tuksha, if he doesn't actually play midfield, come up a lot, and you'll see Simic come back for him as the ball is played into Liverich. It gets beyond him. Liverich bangs it off the boards in the penalty arc area. Now out. Back to Liverich. He shoots it wide. Liverich has scored a goal in 14 consecutive games. So Pittsburgh will have to watch him and his powerful left foot. Hagen now stealing it up for Child. Good back heel. David over midfield. Brings it into the offensive zone. Takes it around Tuksha, who got a piece of it, and now Toth bangs it out. New York almost losing it. Now it is Lastjev right in front of the Spirit bench. Getting it free for Simic over the midfield line. 14-11 left. Quarter number one, it is scoreless from the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. Liverich getting it 35 feet out. In the corner for Tuksha. His shot stopped by Papaleo. Joe is up and throwing in a hurry. Upfield for Child. Has Orich to beat. Paul looking for some support as Orich takes him down. And a tripping foul is called on New York. Child puts it in real quick. Right wing. Mara, 45-footer is blocked. It comes all the way out to McKenzie in the neutral zone. Mack takes it towards the Spirit bench area for Hagen. David 55 feet out now, sends it back right wing, neutral zone, where Marr plays it to Vossmeyer. Bobby will bring it back over the red line of New York. Hagen with a nice dummy run on Tuksha. Picks it up, trying to center it into the box, but he's broken up, and here's Tuksha on the fly. Right back upfield over midfield, and McKenzie knocks it away. Tuksha put it too far in front of him. McKenzie on the counter. Lead pass Hagen. Child breaks for a goal. The pass is behind him, and New York will get it. Pittsburgh, I think, a little too anxious there, Bruno. That's
right. Well, they had a 2-on-1 situation. You had to play the ball quickly, but New York had recovered.
Ball played back now to Papaleo. Liverich runs right into him, and if you don't pull out a card for that, they're just calling it a foul. That was ridiculous. Mark Liverich just tore into Joe Papaleo, and I can't believe that a card didn't come out from the official. We're going to take it to a break. 13-12 remaining in a scoreless opening quarter on the Spirit Soccer Network. That's ridiculous. 13-12 left in a scoreless opening quarter. The funniest part about that whole incident, Bruno, was that Liverich doesn't think he did anything. He was blaming it on Papaleo.
Well, he couldn't stop his momentum as Joe took the ball off the boards, and one zigged and the other one zagged, and they both collided.
From up here, I think his momentum could have been stopped. Papaleo now plays it to McKenzie. Mack will pick it up. Waits. Well inside his own red line, brings it to the far boards. Now gives it to John O'Hara. It is good to see him back in the Spirit lineup. Missed the last 3 games. Now it's Papaleo carrying it up to the red line of Pittsburgh, carefully over to Topolsky, and can't say it's nice to see Johnny back in without saying the same about Adam, who missed a similar amount of games. Sibby's now losing it to Michael Collins. It's back deep in the New York end. Collins getting in trouble. Off a deflection off Sibby's. Papaleo's coming way out after it. Beats Atanasio to the ball, but Collins will lob it the other way. It's wide anyway. A dangerous play, though, on Ron Atanasio. But give Papaleo credit. He reacted as soon as he saw the change of possession. And if he didn't come out, somebody could have had a break up.
That's right. It was a do-or-die situation. And once a goalie makes a decision, he has to go out fully and commit himself. He did. Came up with the save.
O'Hara plays it up for Sibby's, who's taken down, and a foul is called on Nicky Megaludis. Pittsburgh will put that ball in play quickly. Here comes Ian Sibby's outside of the box. Fakes, now backheels it. Ostalchik back into the corner for Sibby's. Ian marked by Megaludis. Back out to Greg Ostalchik. Kapka, the other forward out there. Here's Greg shooting it in front for Sibby's. Right up his foot. It's a loose ball. Kapka stuffed in front of the goal. His shot was blocked. And now it's cleared right back out by the New York Arrows, and Pittsburgh couldn't get any closer than they did just there.
Yeah, Zoltan Toth unable to hold on to the ball. That gave Pittsburgh a couple opportunities, but New York had collapsed and cleared the ball in the last second.
Ball played in now to Kapka off the boards, and it just hopped wide. Sibby's trying to get it back, but now it is taken by New York. And off the far wing boards, there's a whistle and a foul, and it is called on Solomon Hilton. So there's 11:35 left in this, the first quarter. There's no score. Pittsburgh and the New York Arrows. This is Greg Ostalchik at the midfield line. Attacking right side to left arm of the Spirit. Adam Topolsky right off the glass and bounce to the near wing side. Sibby's taken down by Megaludis, and Herb Silva calls that one. I think the officials are going to play a very key role in this one this afternoon. You got to call the fouls if it's played very physical. Here's Ostalchik's pass, broken up. Comes back out, O'Hara looks for it. He's bumped down by Hilton, and Hilton is the one that's hurt. Now it is Z. Kapka, right back over midfield. Kapka for Ostalchik. A pass in traffic is taken away by Athanasio. Broken up by O'Hara, who read that one on the far boards. Now it is Lawson, broken up from behind by Sibby's. Ostalchik coming right back. Greg with two players open, hits Kapka. The shot, though, stopped by Zoltan Toth. Sibby's was wide open. He thought that ball should have gone to him.
It was a 3-on-2 situation. Pittsburgh did well, but Zoltan Toth came up very big.
Topolsky and Athanasio collide. Tell you what, this one is starting out as every bit as physical as the last time these two clubs met, maybe more. Here's Topolsky shooting one in, and Toth will smother that one. He'll toss it way upfield. O'Hara with it. Johnny on the intercept, give and go to Ostalchik. Good move. Johnny's in free to the left wing. Got around Lawson. Lawson takes him down. Now Johnny right back with it. Try to center it out. He's broken up from behind. Collins gets it around McKenzie. Collins has an open man. Mulroy was right in front of Papaleo, and here's Collins still with it. For Mulroy, and he missed. Pass a little too far in front of him, but he was wide open for a long time and was never spotted. O'Hara back up for Ostalchik, and now it comes right into goal. Toth almost lost that off his own foot as he tried to juggle it. He could not use his hands there in the box because the ball was played by his own team from the neutral zone. Here's Simic coming back the other way. Pittsburgh with 4 shots, New York with 1 at scoreless. Here's an Ulrich shot deflected by McKenzie. It went wide. Ulrich again with a slam, and Bosmeyer blocks that all the way up for Child. Over midfield. Child on the run. Hagen and Bosmeyer trail. Child off the boards wanted his own ball, but Toth came out. Zoltan Toth with a good ball ahead. This is Lastjev. Mike Lastjev brings it into the offensive zone. Moore knocks it away for Bosmeyer. Quickly, back on the Spirit. Hagen has Child up front. Paul Child getting that feed at the red line. Turns it around for Hagen. Tuchscher will get there first. Taps it ahead. Child almost breaks it up. Now Bosmeyer does. Bobby back at the midfield line with the ball.
Both teams playing extremely fast. No midfield build-up, just going from end to end.
Bosmeyer's shot now is blocked. And it's played right back to Joe Ulrich, and then back to the goalkeeper, Zoltan Toth. It's still scoreless, 9:08 to play. First quarter, Mulroy getting the feed. We're seeing Mulroy play as a forward, which I've never seen before.
That's right. He's listed as a defender, and he is a defender in MISL, but Shep Messing has elected to put him up forward. He has good skills, so maybe he's trying to utilize that.
And he does hustle, so Shep may be wanting to put some aggressive play, some speed up front.
And keep in mind, he scored the game winner up in New York against Pittsburgh.
Here comes Hagen now on the run toward the middle of the field. It is shot, though, a little bit off target wide to the left of Zoltan Toth. Zoltan telling his players, though, to settle down because they allowed Hagen to penetrate and get a good scoring opportunity unleashed against him. Now up the left wing side, Athanasio in the neutral zone, broken up by Child and McKenzie. Child will get the feed right back to McKenzie. Pittsburgh wanting to slow the pace down now, and we see that with McKenzie holding on to the ball. Mack with it. Over on the left wing to Marr at the New York red line. It's still scoreless with 8:10 to go in the quarter. Here's Marr along the near boards. Marr drawing a foul on New York, and it will be a free kick when we resume play. Pushing foul on New York.
It's very easy to get caught up in a running game, and New York is a running team, so Pittsburgh is going to try to take that away from him and try to control the ball a little bit more.
Bosmeyer to Marr. Near wing boards. Back for Bobby, who's held up. And now the ball that went into the box is kicked out. Marr will head it back, and now Ulrich just blasts it out for Athanasio. Now it's Dragan Simic over the midfield line. Simic left wing to the overlapping man, Ulrich, in the far boards. Sends it back. Simic outside the penalty arc with a shot on goal, but it never got there. It was deflected wide. Athanasio along the near boards. Broken up by Hagen, and a penalty is going to be called on Athanasio. Hagen had tried to take the ball away, and Athanasio guilty of a penalty. We'll take it to a break. Pittsburgh back on the power play when we return on the Spirit Soccer Network.
New York penalty to number 25, Ron Athanasio. 2 minutes, 6 minutes. Final penalty, 7-18. International women's tripping at 7-18. Barrett, power play.
Penalty on Ron Atanasio for tripping at 7:18 of this, the opening quarter. Power play for Pittsburgh, 24 scores and 79 opportunities, a 30.4 percentage, and it's one that we've talked about they'd like to get higher. They're using Vosmeyer and Topolsky as players on the points. Leite with Hagen and Child, and these are the guys that have put some goals together. Child leads the team in power plays with 7. Hagen has 5. Leite has 3. And here come the Spirit with a man advantage. And now a quick whistle. That clock didn't move. Herb Silva, one of the officials, having something to say down on the field. We'll wait and see what the problem is. Referee is holding up play for the moment.
Once again, we remind you that if the Spirit scores...
For the New York Arrows, they'll use Tuchsha, Ulrich, Lawson, and Michael Collins to try and kill off the penalty. I think it's important here, Bruno. We were talking before about the way these games have gone for Papaleo to really get involved in it. He's had 2 very strange games lately, and I think he's got to get that feel. And the way he seemed to go in that first quarter, he was up and throwing when he made his first play, but I think he's got to be tested.
That's right. That a save early in the game will give a goalkeeper confidence, and that's what Joe Papaleo needs. The last 2 outings were not the better performances, and if he can come up big with a save here, that will give him the confidence and help this game.
All right, penalty clock is not working, so we can't tell you how much time is on the penalty, but it is starting now. Over on the right wing side, Topolsky in the corner from Vosmeyer. Sends it in, but Toth is right there. Zoltan up and throwing long. He wants Collins. Collins with some speed brings it into the offensive zone. Marking him Bobby Vosmeyer. Collins plays it back to Doc Lawson outside of the penalty arc area. Now back to Joe Ulrich. Ulrich up the left wing wants Lawson. Leite's got to pick him up. Lawson sends it into the box. There's nobody home. It's picked up by Bob Vosmeyer. 7:09 left. First quarter, it's scoreless, and Pittsburgh wanting to get on top with a power play. Vosmeyer to the left wing. Leite into the offensive zone outside of the box left wing. Takes it in front. I think he was passing it. Deflected it to Polsky, and then banged into the crowd by Ulrich. What was your opinion of that? Was he passing it?
I think he was. Dave Hagen got behind Zoltan Toth, the goalkeeper, but Toth came out and cut the angle and just got a hand on it and punched the ball away.
Looked like he was shooting, but I think the way he curved that ball, he was trying to set up that man in front of Zoltan Toth.
The thing is, on the power play, you try to get your front striker behind the defenders or behind the goalie, parked on the doorstep, and then you look for that through pass. If you can thread the needle, you're very successful.
All right, on the power play, Leite from the corner for Topolsky. Vosmeyer open, in front for Child, he scores! Paul Child from Bobby Vosmeyer, 1-0 Pittsburgh.
And what made that effective was that one-touch passing by Bobby Vosmeyer, great vision to his left. He received the ball on the corner kick from Adam Topolsky. Paul Child was on the near side, totally unmarked, as New York had overplayed to the ball side, and Toth recovered, but Child put the ball upstairs and beat him, and Pittsburgh's on the board.
That's what makes a great goal scorer. He saw that Toth had recovered, because normally you might tuck it into the net, but if he tried to tuck it, it wouldn't have happened. Give Child the goal, his 8th in the power play, 37th of the year at 3:07 of the opening quarter. Bob Vosmeyer will get the assist, and Marcel Leite did a nice job because it was the quick one-touch pass, as Bruno Schwartz mentioned. Now the ball knocked back towards Zoltan Toth, who picks it up. We're down to 6:40 to go in this, the opening quarter. Pittsburgh leads it 1-0. O'Hara, the far boards broken up. Foul on Michael Collins. Quickly, it's played up for Topolsky. Adam on the run. Collins pulling from behind, no foul. Up for Kapka, right back in front. Topolsky taken down. The net had Toth right down, but he got right back up. Ostautzig off the boards. In front, Topolsky hit the crossbar, but a Spirit player is down. There's another penalty, and New York is taking cheap shots this afternoon.
As Greg Ostautzig was knocked into the boards, and this will be a 2-minute penalty against New York once again, and Pittsburgh will have a power play.
Okay, New York's been playing it real physical. We're going to take it to another break and come back. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh on the Spirit Soccer Network. Don't go by those inserts, they're wrong.
New York penalty.
It might have been a shoulder injury. It's an elbow injury, and hopefully it's not serious, but they're icing it down right away. play will be on now again for Pittsburgh. They lead it 1-0 on that last goal, which was a power play goal. It's put in play quickly to Bobby Vossmeyer, 40 feet out. Now to Leite on the near wing. Marcio holding it. Back for Bobby Vossmeyer. Penalties on Collins for New York. Over on the right side, it's centered, but broken up. Topolsky will try it again. Kicked by Ulrich and a foul. Adam plays it in real fast for Leite. Off the boards, loose ball bounces out to Vossmeyer. Bobby back 75 feet out. Now for Leite. Kicked by Tuksha into the crowd. And it'll be Pittsburgh's ball on the kick-in.
New York, a very physical team, just playing, pulling all stops out, playing the ball, playing the man and everything.
Here's Bobby Vossmeyer into the offensive zone. Holds it, gives it up for Leite. Marcio shooting it. It's blocked out to Bobby Vossmeyer. Now over on the right side. Topolsky. Back to Vossmeyer. Over to Adam Topolsky and again to Vossmeyer. 70 feet out. Bobby coming in a little bit. Flicks it to Topolsky. Adam will shoot one in. Save. Tolt, a nice one. He got a lot on that ball. It's back out to Vossmeyer, 60 feet away. Penalty clock is not working, so we'd have to guess at the time that's remaining on it. Probably a minute. Here's Leite, back to Vossmeyer. In a corner, Topolsky, passing in front of Hagen. Tolt makes the save and the ball squirts free. Hagen looks for it. Now Tolt bangs it out again. Vossmeyer will keep it alive in the offensive zone. Bobby holding it. Waits. Wants to isolate and finds Leite free. Marcio gets around. Tuksha. Now broken up by Tuksha. And here comes Val Tuksha. Very strong player. One of the strongest players in the league. Coming upfield. Broken up by Bobby Vossmeyer. 4:55 to go in the opening quarter. Pittsburgh leads at 1-0. Here's Vossmeyer back over midfield. Still with a power play on for Pittsburgh. Bobby into the offensive zone. Lays it off for Topolsky in the corner. Adam in front. A header off the top of the crossbar. A little bit above that by Hagen. And it's cleared out by New York. Penalty over on Collins. Papaleo. Up for Vossmeyer. Bobby nicks it ahead for Leite. In the middle, Hagen. Great passing by Pittsburgh. To Vossmeyer. Nicks it over in the right wing. Topolsky 40-footer. A drive is blocked by Megaludis. It comes out to the left point for Vossmeyer. Bobby cuts inside. Tries to get it around one player. Now Leite picks it up. A drive save. Bobby Vossmeyer heads it toward the box. Wanted a handball called somewhere, but there was none. Now back the other way come the New York Arrows. Ulrich, open man in front. The pass too far in front of Vigliotti. And Hagen comes back. Stolen away by Collins. He's in very deep. The shot saved. Papaleo, a good one. New York getting it back with another chance. Vigliotti broken up by Hagen. Back on the Spirit on the fly. 2-on-2. Hagen against Tuksha. Child also in there. Hagen cuts free. For Child, a shot. Score! Oh, Child, it's 2-0 Pittsburgh.
The second goal of Paul Child. It was a quick counterattack that they used very well. Dave Hagen, seeing Paul Child open on the right, beat Zoltan Toth. Pittsburgh has a 2-0 lead.
New York will call a timeout. And you know what else made that play? If you think back, the Papaleo save, and then Vigliotti got the ball, but he was pressured. And one of the people that was involved in that pressure situation was Dave Hagen. And as soon as Pittsburgh stole the ball, bang, they came upfield. And actually what Hagen did, when he cut to the middle, he pulled Toth out of goal. I thought David was going to shoot. The pass he made to Child was on his left foot. How many times has Paul Child scored the left foot? Not as much as the right.
Well, again, it shows you the veteran of a Paul Child, where the pass was a little bit behind him, and he was able to recover quickly and realizing that he only had a split second to shoot, which he did with his left foot and beat Zoltan Toth.
It was sort of like a sweeping motion, was it not, on the Child goal?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was, because he was facing the goal and the pass was about a step behind him, and he didn't have time to control the ball, turn around, and set it up with his strong foot, and just simply passed the ball in with his weak foot, but it was very effective.
Second straight game in which Child has scored 2 goals or more. You recall that in the last game, he got the last 2. This time, he gets the first 2. There's 3:47 still remaining. But Pittsburgh has taken a 2-0 first quarter lead. The first goal was a power play goal. The second one was not. And that forced Shep Messing of New York, who was a player coach, to call a timeout. And I think it's a wise timeout that he called here. You know, we were talking before, Bruno, about New York's physical style of play. And there's no knock on playing physical. I just object when you don't have a real chance at the ball and you still go in hard because you're talking about possibly a serious injury.
Well, that's true, and you know, you can play physical, but you've got to play within the confines of the rules of the game. If you can do that, you gain a great deal of respect. But when you start taking cheap shots and kicking from behind, that's when people get upset.
I normally hesitate. I don't like to call things cheap shots, but I think New York has taken liberties this afternoon, and it's early. Ball played over on the right side now to Doc Lawson. Broken up by Ostalchik on the steal. 2-on-1. But New York players come back as Ostalchik is taken down to the carpet. Greg's still in there battling against two New York players, and finally it's back to Zoltan Toth. Bad distribution, which is unlike Zoltan, but Simic will pick it up the left wing side. Ball played for Liverich, broken up by Topolsky, stolen by Kapka. Could be a numerical advantage here. 4-on-3 as Topolsky comes back. New York countering quickly. Topolsky a shot. Toth with a save, a nice one as he came out and really gave no angle to Topolsky. And now we have two players down the other way, and they're going to call a foul on Greg Ostalchik.
It's a pushing call from behind. It'll be New York's ball in their own defensive third.
Don't forget, next Saturday, Pittsburgh's last home game of the regular season. And with what the crowd will be this afternoon and next Saturday's expected crowd, Pittsburgh's average for the season may be up to about 8,500 a game. You're talking a serious increase over last year. Mark Liverich now taking it on the left wing boards. Broken up by Topolsky, but it deflects to Lastchev. Moving it back to Simic at the red line of Pittsburgh now over on the right wing boards. Lawson bangs it free. Papaleo with a big save as Lastchev cut in front. Back come the Spirit on a counter. Kapka on the right. He has Sibis in front. Ostalchik to the left. Off the boards for Ian. Takes one off the boards and Toth made the save. And it's going to be a dangerous play called on Sibis. That will give New York the ball.
A quick counter-attacking play by the Pittsburgh Spirit as New York is trying to push everybody forward. Pittsburgh realizing that and trying to break out very quickly.
Up the right wing side. New York bringing it back. Lastchev getting around McKenzie to the near wing. Mack with a nice recovery, and he lost the ball. It's picked up by O'Hara. McKenzie forced him off the ball. Lastchev very frustrated at that. Here comes O'Hara back upfield. Brings it to the offensive zone. An easy pass for Ostalchik. Greg holds it. Fakes with a right foot shot. Now brings it back left, then right. Swings it to Kapka in the right corner. 2-0 Pittsburgh. If you're just joining us, 2:19 left in the first quarter. Kapka one-on-one. Now in the corner, gets it back. Shot it wide off the boards. No one to pick up the rebound, except for New York. And here they come with Lastchev up the near wing. Ostalchik got a piece of that. Marr running it back and plays it back to Papaleo. And now they're going to call. Where are they saying the ball came back from?
The ball came back from the neutral zone without New York touching the ball, and then Kevin Marr dribbled the ball into the defensive third, played the ball back to Joe Papaleo. That'll be an indirect kick.
I thought Marr had gotten it inside the red line. Apparently not. That's what they're calling. I'd like to see that again. I may have missed that one. Lastchev will take the free kick. It's in the box here. It comes right back out. A great save. Papaleo on Liverich. That's big. Real big.
Biggest save in the game, and that's the save that we're talking about. Joe seems to be into the game right now.
All right, Alberto is on now for Pittsburgh. Luis brings it to the offensive zone. For Ian Sibis. Sibis in the corner. Back for Luis that never got there. Broken up. Good defensive play by New York, and took Shaw on the run. Over the red line. His feed broken up by McKenzie. Liverich was open. Now Simic will run it right back into the offensive zone. 40 feet away off the boards for Liverich. He ran over it, as did about three other players, and back comes Sibis. Now it's Pittsburgh countering up for Luis Alberto. Luis trying to lead it, but it was kicked from behind him by Simic. And Dragan Simic will get it back down to 1:23 to go in the first quarter. And Pittsburgh leading it 2-0. Tuksha now over on the far wing side for Ulrich. Child after him. Played up for Hilton. Now at the red line. Mark Liverich trying to take on McKenzie, forcing him to the inside. Mack hanging tough with him. Liverich now spinning free. A left-footed drive, and it's right at Papaleo. Joe holding on to it, but he's playing some good positional goalkeeping for Pittsburgh.
And he's concentrating. You could see it on his face. He follows the ball all the way in his hands.
Here's a long ball played in for Hagen off the boards, and Child will get his third of the night. Hagen with the assist. It's 3-0 Pittsburgh.
And that's a hat trick for Paul Child. He was anticipating the pass all the way. Take time, received the ball on the right. Went overlapped on the far right wing boards and used the boards very effectively. Paul Child anticipating the pass off the board, just crashed the goal. And as the ball came in, he was on the spot, put it in.
Paul Child's 39th goal of the day, not the night. I was wondering when I would call this a night game. It took me almost the first quarter. I thought it would have happened sooner. Here's Atanasio, now up for Michael Collins. Over the midfield line, so Hagen has now scored, what, 2 points or better in 8 straight games. Here's a Collins shot up high. Papaleo just tipped it over the crossbar. It's out of play. A corner kick coming up for New York. And by the way, Hagen now has scored 2 points or better in 10 of his last 11, and Paul Child has scored in 12 of his last 13 games. 33 seconds left. A corner kick for New York. Pittsburgh leads it 3-0. The time of that last goal, 14:07. Collins will play it on the set piece. Right in the box. It's deflected by Pittsburgh. Hagen getting it back off the boards. Taken down by Hilton. I'll tell you, New York is frustrated. And if they keep falling behind, it may not eliminate the fouls. They may become more frustrated. Hopefully it will go the other way, and you might see them try to pack it in. I'd rather see that than have them go whacking people, as McKenzie picks it up with 20 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Back deep for Papaleo. Joe holding on to it. Now coming out. Hilton after him. Up for Alberto. Luis with a very nice reversal to the right side for Marr. Chipping it ahead. It's going to be picked up by Tuchscherer, but it went over 3 lines. 5 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And Pittsburgh leads it 3-0. Atanasio was going to play it. Now I'll leave it for Collins to strike it. Collins strikes it into the box, deflected, and Alberto puts it back to Papaleo. The safe play. Joe up and throwing it, but the quarter will end. And what a quarter for the Pittsburgh Spirit. At the end of one, Pittsburgh leads New York 3-0 on the Spirit Soccer Network. Adam Topolsky. Broken up as the second quarter begins with Pittsburgh on top 3-0. The penalty clocks are not functioning. Neither are the scoreboard clocks that give you the score. We'll tell you it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. The official time clock is working. It's played in now to Ostalchik. To O'Hara coming through, and he's upended. Along the near wing side, Kapka off the boards. Tolt with a diving save. It's out to O'Hara. The drive. Another save by Tolt. A beauty there. It comes back to O'Hara in the box. Kapka shot it wide. Ostalchik coming through. Picks it up for Kapka. Broken up in the box is Pittsburgh. Looking for precision inside that box area. Now back from the New York Arrows on the right wing side. Lastchev broken up by Kapka, who was the first guy in the box, and he's the first guy to come back and make the play.
Some intricate passing there between Ostalchik, Cap, and Ian Sibbies, and of course Johnny O'Hara setting it all up.
Here's Kapka now up the near wing side boards. Marking him as Doc Lawson. Lawson and Kapka in a battle. Z right between his legs to Ostalchik. Another great save for Zoltan Tolt. He'll punch it up high into the air. Kapka heading it down, but it's picked up by Lastchev. Back upfield now. The New York Arrows break. Collins into the offensive zone for Liverich against Topolsky. Adam breaks him up, and now it's knocked away by O'Hara. Picked up by Collins. Good ball back out to the right point area. Megaludis can crank one, and he does, but it's blocked. Sibby's got the block. Now to Ostalchik up the right wing. Kapka 2-on-2. The big Z down on the right wing side. Will flick it back, but it's intercepted. Kapka will get it back. Plays it to Topolsky. Adam at the right point holding it. Adam Hall's left-footed drive, a wicked one, but it's blocked out of play by Megaludis.
A lot of poise by Adam Topolsky holding on to the ball. Beating Lastchev and then just firing away.
With this break in the action, it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. We take it to a break in the Spirit Soccer Network.
Spirit of the Euros extends a special welcome to the following groups today: Hampton Soccer Club, Norwich Soccer Club, Churchill Soccer Club, Baldwin Whitehall Soccer Club, Bethel Park Soccer Club, Panhandle Soccer Club, Peterson Soccer Club, Boo Soccer Club, Beatrice Products employees, Jackie Sorensen, instructor, West Midland Soccer Club, Bell Vernon Soccer Club, Ross Soccer Club, Cannonsburg. Welcome back to the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. John Paul Della Camera along with Bruno Schwartz. It's 3-0 Pittsburgh. It comes out to McKenzie on the set piece, but it's broken up by Simic. Paul Child with all 3 Spirit goals. One more and he is tied for the all-time goal-scoring leadership in this club. Guess who leads the team in goal scoring?
Stan Terlecki.
That's right. 139. Child has 138. Vossmeyer broken up on the far wing, and he was fouled. Free kick coming up for Pittsburgh. Vossmeyer puts it in play in a hurry. Now Child out to Kevin Marr in the neutral zone. Played back to Papaleo. Goalkeepers have played well here this afternoon. Papaleo keeping New York off the board, but Zoltan Toth providing some overtime. He's already faced 19 shots, and he's made at least 5 outstanding saves. Here's Marr now leading it from McKenzie. Mack, right wing, has some room, plays it off the boards, loose ball. Hagen smashes it home. 4-0 Pittsburgh. Hagen from McKenzie.
And what made the play work was Kevin Marr, who had the ball in the center circle, had great pace on the ball, which allowed Dave McKenzie to overlap on the right, which forced the defenders to come over, and then Dave McKenzie just passed the ball diagonally back, reversing the direction, and Dave Hagen just one-timed it, a thundering shot in the upper left-hand corner, and Pittsburgh is on top 4-0.
Dave Hagen will get it from Dave McKenzie, his 34th goal of the season for Dave Hagen. Ball played in now along the near boards, New York with it. Out to Hilton. Hilton broken up. It comes out though to Tuksha. Played in now to the penalty arc, but Liverich is broken up by Vosmeyer. 2:18 the time of the Hagen goal. Ball played out now to Tuksha, deflected into the box, and McKenzie with a nice right-footed kick out of the box. Now Ulrich on his horse after it. Sends it back the other way. And now it goes into Joe Papaleo, who will hold on to the ball. Papaleo rolls it on the left wing side to Marr. Now back for Papaleo, and Joe will come out. Leaving it out for Dave McKenzie. Mack will bring it upfield over the midfield line. McKenzie on the run. Into the offensive zone, plays it off the boards. Knocked down by Tuksha, right for Zoltan Toth. Up on the right wing side for Liverich. Over on the right wing for Bigliotti. Bigliotti broken up by Vosmeyer. A foul on Bobby Vosmeyer. You know, I can't recall seeing Zoltan Toth playing in a game like this, and now we're going to see a penalty being called by the referee Herb Silva. He's looking at Liverich, who may have said too much to him. I haven't seen a game like this, if you Bruno, where Toth has been behind by this many goals. Of course, he's played for better New York teams than he is right now. But right now, he's down 4-0.
Well, don't forget, he's coming off a very painful groin injury, so there may be some effects of that, but Pittsburgh is just putting out all stops here as they are coming attacking from left and right, and they're getting behind the defense of New York, which of course makes it very difficult for a goalkeeper, although he has come up with some very big saves, but Pittsburgh has just proven to be too much so far this afternoon.
They announced that Hagen's goal was his 38th of the season, not according to the stat sheet, his 34th goal of the season from Dave McKenzie at 2 minutes and 18 seconds. And at 3:22, there are some unsportsmanlike penalties on McKenzie and Liverich, so Bruno, it had to happen away from the ball because the foul was over on the far boards on Vosmeyer. That's what stopped play, and the other official, Herb Silva, called it, and he was not the one that called the initial foul. Off the far wing now, we see O'Hara upended by Val Tuksha on what was more like a hip check than anything else. 11:28 to go, second quarter. Pittsburgh up 4-0. Second quarter of play. Great crowd this afternoon. Pittsburgh really responding to them. O'Hara now up for Marcio Leite. Marked and held by Ulrich. Back to the midfield line. Now it's John O'Hara holding it. 4 players on 4, and that means there's a lot of room upfield, a lot of space.
Everyone is marked up tightly, which allows the goalkeepers to come out and add the 5th attacker, so to speak.
Here's O'Hara now back from Child over the midfield line and bring it to the offensive zone. Knocks it ahead for Child. He'll deflect it. He wanted somebody to break upfield toward him, but that didn't happen. It's picked up the other way, and Ulrich brings it back. Deflected off of Mulroy, and now Child will whack it all the way back to Papaleo. John Kowalski said before the game that Pittsburgh was going to do some running into open space to try to get away from New York's physical play, and we've seen that happen.
You had to do that because the scouting report on Pittsburgh is they're a ball control team. You can harass them and knock them off the ball because they cannot take the physical type of play.
But I think that they're, with so much skill on this team, they can adjust to that. It's just that physical play really caught them off guard, took them away from their game. Here's Leite, up for Child, broken up. Ulrich will get it. And Topolsky with an obvious handball that's going to bring out a penalty card. He knocked it down. And you got to call that. That's in the rules. He just reached out his arm and knocked it down. Probably a loss of concentration. No, I don't know, nothing more.
Well, I don't know about loss of concentration. I think he was beaten and the ball went by him. That was the only alternative he had. Otherwise, it was all daylight for New York coming down on Joe Papaleo. So at midfield, that may have been a wise...
You're probably right, because he had to know that the card was coming out, whether it's indoor or outdoor, on a deliberate handball like that to stop play, you're going to get called for it.
Plus, he had a guilty look on his face as he walked over to the board.
Looks guilty to me.
With a smile, though.
It will be a power play for New York. Pittsburgh's penalty killing. They've allowed the opposition to score 26 in 62, so the opposition doing pretty well right now, 41.9 percentage.
And this power play is actually 4-on-3, as Adam Topolsky and Dave McKenzie are both in the penalty box, so that's a lot of room for New York.
And actually those figures have gone up too, because it was in the 30s before with the other team scoring. And now it is Tuksha with a chance for New York to get back into the game. They're down 4-0. On the left wing side, it's Lastjev. In 35 seconds, both teams will get a player back. Then it will be 5-on-4. Lastjev takes it outside. Vosmar deflected it. Mike Lastjev right back the other way. Left point, Megaludis. 4-on-3, even more open space now. Megaludis marked by Marv on the right side. It goes to Tuksha. Back to Megaludis. Near side, a quick shot and a score. Papaleo got a piece of it, but not enough, as Lastjev took a great shot from in tight, but Papaleo almost made his best save of the game.
That's right. It was a great shot by Lastjev because he hit the upper right-hand corner, hit the inside of the post and bounced out. An inch the other way, that ball would have been wide because Joe Papaleo did come out, narrowed the angle, put a great deal of pressure on it. That was the only place he could have been beaten, and he was, and New York is on the board with their first goal of the game. And
for Lastjev, his 21st goal of the season for the guy who was actually Russian-born. The only player in this league that I know of in that category, and Lastjev's 6th goal this season on the power play. So it is 4-1 now in favor of the Pittsburgh Spirit, and that quiets the crowd a little bit. It's still 4-on-4. On the right side, McKenzie playing it for Marr. Kevin Marr in the corner, looking for it. Now New York with a man advantage.
And Liverich is out of the box now, so it'll be a 5-on-4 situation, and again a power play for New York.
McKenzie now in for Marr, who's upended by Megaludis, and they're going to call an obstruction on Megaludis. Topolsky's penalty, you can't tell how much time is left on it, as there'll be a free kick coming up here for Pittsburgh. New York, we told you earlier, those scoreboard clocks, the penalty clocks aren't working. O'Hara now with a shot knocked down. Toth will get it off the rebound. On the right wing side, now it is Doc Lawson. Overtaken by Vosmeyer, and now Bobby goes down. New York getting the ball back. Liverich on the near side. Getting free. Liverich holding it. Back out to Michael Collins. Now on the right side, Tuksha. Back for Lawson. New York with a great chance to come back in off the boards, but it goes right to Papaleo. Joe rolling it upfield. Kevin Marr running it down. He's got the only Spirit shorthanded goal this season. Marr by himself takes a shot, but it was actually kicked from behind him by Collins, and back from the New York Arrows with 8:45 to go. Second quarter. Spirit leading it here by the count of 4-1. A high shot. High of Papaleo. It comes back to Liverich. Lawson took the initial drive, and now O'Hara blocks the Liverich attempt. Liverich now for Collins. Nice dummy run on the ball. Lawson didn't see it. Now played in, and O'Hara has to send it up into the crowd. Corner kick coming up here for New York.
And that's the only thing John O'Hara could have done. He was going in towards his own goal, full speed. The ball came across with such great pace. Normally, if you run into the ball, it'll knock it into your own goal, but Johnny wisely put the ball into the stands and out of harm's way.
Now keep in mind, McKenzie and Liverich were in the box together when the power play goal was scored. Those players came off, but Topolsky's still in there. Ball played toward goal, but O'Hara kicks it away. It's back into the neutral zone. Michael Collins getting it with 8:20 to go now, second quarter. Spirit 4, New York 1 on the right wing. Collins almost hit the referee with that pass. Vosmeyer after it. Ball high in the air, headed by Hagen. Bicycle kicked all the way to the near wing as Topolsky's penalty's over. Pittsburgh back at full strength. Topolsky slowed down by Tuksha. Up for Hagen. Now on the right side, they wanted McKenzie, but it's cleared into the crowd. We'll take it to a break. It's 4-1 Pittsburgh and the Spirit Soccer Network.
The Spirit of the Arrows extends an initial welcome to these following groups also today. Elizabeth Forward Soccer Club, North Allegheny Soccer Club, Upper St. Clair Soccer Club, Mount Lebanon Soccer Club, South Park Soccer Club, Frankfurt YMCA
Back live this afternoon at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. John Paul Della Camera along with Bruno Schwartz and hopefully what is a record crowd for indoor soccer in the city. Up in the right wing, John O'Hara with it. Sends it for Alberto outside the box. A wicked drive, and Toth made a big save there. That could have made it 5-1, so that's a big save for Zoltan Toth. A goal by New York would narrow it to within 2. So it's important for Toth to be strong there. Here's O'Hara coming right back. Try to pass it in the box for Child, but it's broken up. New York quick counter. Liverich free on the left wing, but not for too long. Topolsky closing him in, and now it's broken up. They're going to call a foul obstruction on Topolsky. Yeah, if that was like
basketball. Could have been an offensive foul, that's right, because Adam Topolsky had great body position on them, and it was up to Liverich to get around him, which he didn't, and just knocked, really bowled Adam Topolsky over. But it's going to be an obstruction call against Pittsburgh and an indirect kick for New York.
Taylor Liverich is a great player, but I think he really came into his own with this team when Gergerov was dealt or sold to Memphis, because there didn't seem to be enough room on the team for those two players with that particular style.
That's right. He's become the head honcho and the leading goal scorer for them and point getter for the New York Arrows.
He's got 47 goals, and his left foot is sort of like, if you can remember last year, Karl-Heinz Granitz of Chicago. They spend most of their time with that left-footed drive, and it's like a cannon.
Plus, he's on a scoring tear. He has scored one goal in each of his last 14 games.
He's trying for 15. His pass is blocked, though, in front, and now it's cleared by Pittsburgh, and it lands in the Spirit bench. So New York will get it on the free kick. Down to 7:13 remaining. Second quarter. Pittsburgh leads it 4-1. Ball played into the corner. Paul Toomey on for his first shift. He replaced Topolsky, who was helped to the bench, but he appears to be okay. Hagen now broken up by New York. Toomey will get it. Back for Dave Hagen on the left wing side. Hagen already with a couple of assists in the afternoon. He's already had a good afternoon's work. Toomey with it now right side at the point. Comes in a few strides. Sends it into the corner for Child. Child bumped by Lawson. And a foul called on the New York defender, who missed 5 weeks with an appendectomy. And he's back to play for the stretch drive. Alberto along the near boards. Sends a beautiful one, but Hagen headed it, didn't have an angle. But what a great ball Alberto fed on the far side. Hagen's header caromed off the boards. Here's Lastchev on the counter for New York. Sends it on the right wing for Liverich. Not a good pass. Liverich, let's see what he can do with it. He spins free. His shot blocked by Alberto in the box, and Papaleo picks up and rolls left. Here's Hagen on the run over the midfield line. Dave Hagen will bring it in. Alberto's going to be free. Hagen to Luis on the lead ball. Luis has to put the brakes on. Holds it. Now sends it out to the right point for Toomey. Paul Toomey holding it, waiting for some help. Plays it for Alberto. Luis double team, gets it back for Toomey. Up the near boards and spun around and dumped as Hagen. Tripping foul on Lawson, and I'll tell you, you got to call those as penalties. We're just yanking players down by the shoulder.
Doc Lawson Hagen up in good sportsmanship, realizing that it was a full foul, but not a 2-minute penalty. Instead, just a direct kick for Pittsburgh.
Well, this is what happened in New York. They started calling penalties and they stopped. And those are penalties. Child will tuck it now for Alberto. His shot blocked. Toomey hustling back for it. Now it's taken by Marr, who brings it right back to Toomey. 55 feet out. Tried to send it to Hagen. Didn't have enough on the ball as he tried to send it to the opposite side of the field. Now it's Lastchev. Up the left wing, Liverich. Takes it in stride. Pumps one with the left foot. Papaleo dives to make the play. 5:48 to go. Second quarter. 4-1 Pittsburgh. Here's Hagen. He got by his man and he's tripped. Just a foul. Hagen was free, too.
He was going in. That could have been very easily a 2-minute penalty as Hagen had penetrated at midfield, was going across the red line and was taken down from behind. Tripping call.
We're going to take it to a break. It's 4-1 Pittsburgh on the Spirit Soccer Network. You can bring a group, save some money. Groups of 20 or more get a discount for any Pittsburgh Spirit game, and that will continue in the playoffs. For group information, 642-1803 or 1806. On the right wing side, now it is Lawson. Playing it. Takes a wicket drive, but it's not close. It's way off the mark. Solomon Hilton along the near side boards. Bangs it back the other way. Ulrich has to scramble after it. Picks it up at the New York red line. Ulrich now plays it off the far boards. McKenzie there first for Pittsburgh. Back around the boards for Papaleo, and Joe will pick it up and roll it on the left wing side. Ostalchik with some room, runs it into daylight, takes it to the left wing side. Simic on him off the boards. It hops loose. Sibby's got a piece of it, but not enough. And now it's played back to Zoltan Toth, the smart play for New York.
I thought Ian Sibby was trying to jump over the ball, and Kapka was there, but the ball came off the boards high and just hit him in the leg.
Here's Ulrich up the near wing side, bothered by Kapka and Sibby's, but it's played back to Michael Collins. Long ball will go right to Papaleo, and in the box he'll throw it out. Intended for O'Hara, but banged back the other way by Collins. Good move. Into the corner. It's banged off the boards for Collins. He got up high in the header, but just missed it. Collins, great hustle to come back on the recovery run. And now Collins will win the ball back for Ulrich. So that's a nice shift for Michael Collins. One of many talented American players in the MISL. And he's a New Yorker, so he's not going to like it if that franchise leaves. Up the left wing now, it's Kapka trying to turn it inside. And there's Collins again, knocking it back for Toth. Toth will kick it upfield for Atanasio over the red line of New York. Now across midfield, down to a minute 52. Left in the second quarter. 4-1 Pittsburgh leading it up for Mulroy. Now back for Lawson. Lawson, far boards, bangs it free. Ostalchik with an easy kick upfield for Kapka. Down the right side, Sibby's. Topolsky flying on the left wing. Ian Sibby's holding it, waits, now plays it to Topolsky on the far boards. Adam waits for the late breaking Bosmar. Knocks it to Bobby. Nice dummy run on the ball. O'Hara drives, saves Zoltan Toth. What a great dummy run on the ball by Bobby Bosmar to set that scoring strike up. But Toth came up big.
A lot of imagination by the Pittsburgh offense.
I thought Bobby was going to crank it with the left foot. Bosmar will steal it now from Collins. Just psyched him and took it away. Bosmar plays it back now to O'Hara. A minute 5 left. That would have been a spectacular score the way that was set up. Here's John O'Hara knocking it ahead for Hagen. Dave Hagen with it. Outside the box. Brings it towards the box. Now right side Bosmar. He wanted Child. He'll try it again off the boards. A header. And I think Child was looking to head that to Hagen more so than shooting it.
Well, he wanted to flick it on, but the ball did not get there.
Here's Tuchel coming back. 42 seconds left before halftime. On the left wing, Liverich, 4-1 Pittsburgh on top. Liverich gets a right-footed drive away, and Papaleo stops that. Joe's tossing it way upfield for Child, who heads it back. Nobody there in midfield to get that ball. Now it is Tuchel, as Child rallies everyone to come back and play defense. Off the boards, O'Hara on Liverich. Johnny survives a push. It's cleared out, and Hagen cuts it off. Collins would have had a shot on goal. David Hagen with it, far boards. Knocks it over to the near side for John O'Hara. At the red line of Pittsburgh. Lead pass for Hagen. For Child, he breaks in and Toth read it and cleared it out. Child would have tied Terlecki right there for all-time goal-scoring lead. Now O'Hara gets the ball, and as the horn sounds, that ends a very, pardon the pun, spirited when everyone finds out what's going on. All right, third quarter all set to begin with a Spirit on top, 4-1. And it's played by New York, the visiting team. Simic over on the left wing side. Incidentally, the last shove is back out on the field, so that injury not as serious as it looked to me, but then again, I'm no doctor. Up the near side, here's Dave Hagen. Over to McKenzie. Now on the right side to Kevin Marr. Up for Bosmar. Knocks it into the corner for Marr. So quickly, Pittsburgh is right back upfield into the offensive zone. Marr crossing it. It's deflected. Hagen for Child, and he just shot it wide. All the way to the near wing boards. New York will get possession.
That could have been Paul Child's fourth goal, but he was too deep in there in the corner. Did have no angle.
Tuchel trying to play it back. Now it is Simic at the midfield line. I think this crowd would love to see Paul get that record-tying goal and then maybe even break the record. See if he can get 5 this afternoon. That would tear the roof down. Here's Marr now playing it back to Papaleo, and Pittsburgh will come back on the attack with McKenzie settling it down. Plays it back to Papaleo. Liverich on him. Papaleo just chips it ahead. They're going to go out of play. Yes, it is. So it will be New York's ball. And with this break in the action, it's 4-1 Pittsburgh. We take it to a break on the Spirit Soccer Network. Here's a Kevin Marr shot blocked. It's loose in front, and Toth knocks it aside. Up in the right wing, Lastchev coming back. Spirit lead it here, 4-1. Lastchev, lead pass in the right wing. Val Tuksha lost it. Hagen knocking it down. Tuksha got it back into the corner. Tuksha taken down. Foul called, and they're going to call it on Tuksha. He's not going to like that.
It's a pushing call from behind. Tush got overlapped here, trying to get into the attacking zone and pushed Dave Hagen in the back. Pittsburgh's goal.
Now it is Bobby Vosmeyer with it. Playing it back to Joe Papaleo. And Joe rolls it right side for Vosmeyer. O'Hara is free in the left wing, and Vosmeyer hits it. Here's Johnny into the offensive zone. Holds up, waits, right puts it ahead for Kapka. That would have been a good ball had it just been able to sneak through, but it was broken up.
It was a good diagonal run by Insibis, which took the defenders with them, and that opened up Kapka on the right, but the ball was too late in coming over.
Lawson fouled by Ostalchik. Clayons is the official. On the near side, Lastchev. In the corner, broken up. Sounds like a parade here. A bunch of horns have gotten out of control. Here's Toth coming way out of goal, knocks it ahead, and right at midfield, Ostalchik steals for Sibis. Quick touch in the right wing. Ostalchik holds it. Topolsky overlaps. Greg's ball, though, is broken up by Lawson, and it creates a 2-on-1 up the left wing. Liverich has Lastchev free on the right. Liverich with a ball for Lastchev, a shot high and wide. Rebound shot wide by Michael Collins. Missing a golden opportunity to cut that lead. Here's Sibis getting that pass ahead. He has Ostalchik wide open to Greg. His pass was knocked in. Score! Let's see if they give it to Kapka. The shot was taken by Ostalchik. I thought it hit a New York defender and didn't actually go inward. I think it went off the post. We'll have to see it ourselves in a replay.
It went off both posts. The shot was taken. Insibis came down, passed the ball over to Ostalchik. It blocked Lawson and hit the inside of the post, hit the far post, and Kapka was there to bring it home. And Pittsburgh has increased their lead to 5-1.
That's going to be Kapka's goal from Greg Ostalchik. It did hit Lawson, and I thought it went in, but it did not initially, but I held up my call because I didn't see the light go on. Time of the goal, and that's a big one for Pittsburgh, is 2:58. It's big because they now lead it 5-1, and seconds earlier, Michael Collins or Mike Lastchev could have made it 4-2, so that's what a difference a goal can make. Papaleo now with it. How can they give Topolsky an assist as a long shot is blocked by Papaleo? Here's Marr up on the right side. They're going to change that now as Trout is crunched along the boards and a foul on Megaludis. Ostalchik got the assist on Z. Kapka's goal. Kapka's 24th goal of the season. Free kick coming up for Pittsburgh. You know, Bruno, this is no knock on the other players that had to fill in for O'Hara and Topolsky, but obviously it's a different team when everybody's in there. Everybody's more used to one another. There's more talent. Obviously, in O'Hara and Topolsky, they're two of the better defenders in the league, and it just seems like Pittsburgh just gels more. Obviously, you know, they're your starter.
Well, you have your key team captain, John O'Hara. He exudes confidence, and he instills confidence in the other players. They're familiar. They know that when the ball is played back, it's in good hands, or in good feet, as it were. And that's right. But with that type of confidence, it just lifts everyone else.
All right, New York with the ball on the right wing. Played up for Michael Collins. Tried to make it too cute of a pass, and Hagen stole it. Collins, good recovery. Collins never gives up out there. Here he comes up the left wing. Collins cuts it to the inside. Lead pass for Lawson. Didn't see Marr, and Kevin took it away. Now it's Hagen. Upfield for Charlie, knocks it ahead for Marr. Kevin just gets the pass, a little bit behind him. Kevin will wind and fire it just wide. Had that pass been a lead pass, Marr could have had a breakaway. Now over on the far side, Collins takes it to the middle of the field. Brings it to the attacking third. Now leaves it off. Lawson at the right point. 5-1, Spirit are leading it. 10:50 to go, third quarter. Marr and Lawson in a foot race along the boards. Lawson goes down. Lawson gets back up, plays the ball back to the right side, and Collins has to chase it. Back into the neutral zone on New York side. He's marked by David Hagen. Upfield for Atanasio. Off of his foot, he'll get it back on the left wing. Marking him is Vosmeyer. Atanasio cuts to the outside. Drive is blocked by Vosmeyer. They'll try it again. Nice tackle by Hagen. Up the right side for Child. Nice play off the boards. Back to Dave Hagen. And now it's played to McKenzie. Mack being chased, pressured. Fakes to dump off the ball. Now has Hilton right on him. McKenzie in a bit of trouble. Hilton will steal it. Hilton playing him tough as McKenzie. They both go down. Mack right back up to try and win it. It's back out to Atanasio. Knocked away by Marr, so Pittsburgh gets out of that. With Hagen carrying it free. Over the midfield line, Ostalchik joins on the right side with a rush. Hagen cuts to the inside. He's taken down. Ostalchik toes it out to O'Hara at the point. O'Hara bumped by Mulroy. Keeps it alive on his right foot. Lets the pass go. Broken up. Hagen comes back to win it for Child. And Hagen will take it back. Knocks it to the neutral zone for McKenzie. Mack looking. Fakes. Gives it to Ostalchik. Greg takes it on the right foot. Holds up on it. Looks for some help. Finds John O'Hara coming in. Broken up, though. Knocked away to Mulroy by Atanasio. Looked like he got his hand on that one, but no call is made. It's kicked back in by O'Hara. Wide of Zoltan Toth. 9:22 to go. Third quarter. The Spirit lead at 5-1. They've outshot New York 25-21 in the game thus far. Tuksha with it up for Megaludis. Over the midfield line. Megaludis bangs it off the near wing boards. O'Hara is there. Pittsburgh taking New York off of their passing game. Frustrating them. Up the right wing now. It's tossed ahead to Sivic. Ian with some room. Knocks it to Topolsky. A wicked drive, and Toth got that one stopped. Somehow he smothered that one. Here comes Tuksha on a quick counter. 3-on-3 as Topolsky puts the Jets on in a great recovery run. Mulroy now knocked away from him by O'Hara. Johnny plays it right back to Papaleo. Good smart play by Pittsburgh. 8:43 left. Third quarter. Pittsburgh leads at 5-1.
Looking very sharp now, just stretching them, and New York is starting to chase the ball.
Papaleo cut from behind by the legs of Atanasio, and a foul is called. Joe doesn't like that, and I don't blame him. Foul from behind. That's tough.
From our USA Allentown scoreboard, at the end of one quarter, it is St. Louis 2 and Memphis 2.
St. Louis came back. It was 2-0 Memphis. On the right wing side, Topolsky getting it. Mars and New Orleans are tied 7-7 on our USFL out-of-town scoreboard. Did all that one right, huh? Here's Mulroy with a steal now, sending it into the left wing corner. Wanted Liverich, but Topolsky is there. Back to Papaleo. 8:07 to play. Third quarter, 5-1. Pittsburgh on top of the New York Arrows. O'Hara plays it up for Kapka. Z turning it around. Plays it for Topolsky. Lead pass. Kapka to the races with it. Lawson will get there first. Lawson and Kapka battle along the far boards, and Lawson is upended. Tripping foul on Z. Kapka. It's going to be a direct kick coming up for New York. 7:49 left in the third. And New York needing 4 goals just to tie right now. Lawson marked by Ian Sibbies. Pittsburgh putting some pressure on. And now they force it back to the keeper, Zoltan Toth, up on the right wing side. We'll watch Lawson as he takes it up the far wing. Takes a shot off the boards, knocked down by O'Hara. Kicked out by Topolsky. Tell you what, if Pittsburgh has made mistakes today, they have been very few, and they haven't been caught on them.
And of course, you have to do that when you play a team like New York, who's fighting for a playoff spot.
Here's Liverich on the far side. Liverich takes it in, out, back out, and it's knocked down by Papaleo in front. Joe is up and tossing it. Has Sibbies free on the right side. Sibbies tied up by Ulrich. Ian stays with it. Now bangs it off the boards as Ulrich knocks him down. It's played back to O'Hara. Up for Ostalchik. He can't get it. He was slowed down. Topolsky runs it through. Outside the box. Inside a goal for Shane Kapka. 6-1 Spirit.
And a very unselfish play by Adam Topolsky, who had penetrated on the near side board. Saw D. Kapka in the box. Zoltan Toth came out and put pressure on Adam, and then Adam just neatly slid the ball into the box, and D. Kapka just one-touched it home.
That goal comes at 8:10. Kapka's 25th of the year from Topolsky, and his second of the game. New York calls a timeout. We'll take one, too. It's 6-1 Pittsburgh on the Spirit Soccer Network. Kapka's last goal at 8:10, assisted by Adam Topolsky, makes it a 6-run lead. And one more goal, it's chili time here at the Civic Arena. And if you're not familiar with that promotion, when the Spirit scores 7 or more goals, one of our sponsors gives you a free bowl of chili. A lot of people hooked on chili this year.
That's right. Although in the last few games they haven't had that chili bowl, so it'll be nice to get it.
They'll be hungrier.
Well, Pittsburgh's playing with a great deal of confidence again, and I think part of that is due to the fact that John O'Hara and Alan Polsky are there, and they're making their mark.
Yeah, not only are they there, that's important, I think, that they're there, because moral support-wise, if Pittsburgh didn't think it was important to have O'Hara there, they wouldn't have flown him to Wichita when they knew that he couldn't play. So obviously you know what their presence means, what they're playing so well, so poised. Topolsky acts as if he hasn't been out. O'Hara acts as if he hasn't been out. And that's what you need when a guy is coming back, comes back, reclaims his regular role, and it's like all systems go as it was previous.
That's right. And plus the fact that you needed goals from your key players. Paul Child, 2 goals in the Buffalo game. He was the key, and of course 3 goals here today. You expect him to score, and his biorhythm is supposed to be up front.
Now it's Child, Leyte, and Alberto up front, with McKenzie and Marr back as New York has the ball, fresh off their timeout call. Tucks you with it to the near side. 6:40 left, third quarter. Into Liverich is going to turn. His shot smothered by Papaleo. Another drive. That's wide. Marr will nip it right back to Papaleo, who's on his game. He'll throw it long for Child. Paul Child, listen to the roar of this crowd. Off of Toth, it almost went in. A wicked drive from no angle. Here's Toth now kicking it way upfield. Marr is after it. Kevin, nice move, brings it inside. For Leyte, flicking it for Alberto. Luis trying to establish possession, place it back to midfield, and McKenzie being chased back will give it to Papaleo. 6:08 to go. Third quarter, and it's 6-1 New York. Oh, I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. New York down by 5. Here's Leyte. Marcia outside the box, shot it in, Tuchel blocked that, and it's kicked out by Lastjo to Liverich. If it was 6-1 New York, this crowd wouldn't sound like this. Here's Alberto. Back to McKenzie. Mack holding it, brings it across the red line. McKenzie gets to an open space. A shot stopped by Toth. It almost went underneath him.
That's right. It was a toe ball, which had overspin on it, and caught Toth by surprise.
Here's Liverich. Coming through, a left-footed drive, and Papaleo jumps to snare it. On that other play, Bruno, I don't think Toth expected McKenzie to get that opening either.
Well, McKenzie attacked and got around the defender of New York, and then simply let one go from the blind side.
Leyte spins twice away from players, and now he's dumped by Val Tuchel, and there's a foul called. You think there was a quota here today, because I'm wondering why there are no more penalties called. Some of them are so flagrant, it's ridiculous. Alberto with a 6-1 lead. Up for Child. For Leyte outside the box. The shot hit the crossbar. And now it's played back, and somebody's got a penalty. And let's see, was there a handball?
Toth was outside of the box when the ball came off the post. He was falling down and then reached out over the line. The ball hit his hand, and Joe Rudy, referee, was right on the line, called the 2-minute penalty.
I didn't notice that. Hopefully we'll get a replay on it.
Well, that's the call.
Did you see it?
Well, I mean...
No, you saw the referee signal.
Right.
It was tough in there. Leyte had a good chance, it seemed, to score. He tried to settle the ball down, and he basically had the ball up high. They tried to knock it down, and it bounced down once and then hit the crossbar.
But Marcia received the ball with his back to the goal and then just had a side volley, and the ball bounced in on the post and came back. And Toth, of course, was falling backwards out of the box, touched the ball with his hand, and that, of course, is intentionally handling. Therefore, 2-minute penalty, and Pittsburgh will have a power play.
And this will be a direct kick from just outside the penalty box.
Solomon Hilton will serve the penalty for
Bobby Bossmeyer over the ball. Can knock it to Hagen. He can feed it to Leyte. Or he could let the ball go and Hagen could strike it, actually. It's direct, so that means it can go in off the initial shot. If they score here, it'll bring the house down. This would be the chilly goal. 6-1, Pittsburgh leading New York. It'll be a direct kick when we resume play.
There's a problem with the scoreboard. They had 8 goals there for Arrows and 6 for Pittsburgh, and they're waiting for it to correct the situation.
All right, we're set. Vossmeyer's been given the signal that they can start. Bobby over the ball, knocks it to Leyte. A wicked drive, score! Marcio Leyte from Bobby Vossmeyer. 7-1, Pittsburgh.
It's got to be the quickest power play goal this season. Off a set play, Bobby Vossmeyer right outside of the restraining arc, just passes
left and had the upper corner. People are not still cheering the goal. Drago Domovic has made his first appearance of the day, and they love him in Pittsburgh. We'll see what happens next. Marr up for Hagen. Lead ball for Drago, but it's off the mark, and Toth is way out of goal. Up for Michael Collins. That's a power play goal. Marshall's fourth in the power play as the ball now goes out of play. Marshall's fourth power play goal and his seventh goal of the season. I didn't get the official time of the penalty. If you did, we can tell you how many seconds the difference was, because that had to be like a couple of seconds. It could even be a Spirit record. So let's try to get that initial penalty time, and then we can work that out for you. That could be a Spirit record. I can't imagine one quicker. McKenzie will knock it back now to Papaleo. For Bobby Vossmeyer in the midfield area, to Kevin Marr as he runs it upfield into the offensive zone. Marr getting through, knocks it into the box, but Lawson chests it down and carries it upfield. 7-1 Spirit. Lawson into the offensive zone, nobody picks him up. Now Vossmeyer closes and blocks it. Marr now tossed into the boards by Solomon Hilton, and they're going to call a tripping penalty. Well, if Kevin's upset, I don't blame him. And that's not a trip when you basically slam a player in there. Hagen now coming through. Toth will block that. Lost it over on the right wing side. Up for Michael Collins. Now for Solomon Hilton. Marr marking him. Back to Ulrich. Less than 4 minutes to play. Third quarter. 7-1. Spirit leading it. Here's Collins. Letting one fly from way out. Papaleo tries for that one, but it comes loose on the right wing. Hilton stopped easily by Papaleo. He wants to toss it for Drago Domovic. Drago up near the red line. Try to get it off the boards, broken up. Drago back after it and runs into Tuchsha. And now, not only do they call that a foul, but a penalty. Herb Silva's got the card out. So with 3:38 to go in the third quarter, after all of what New York has done this afternoon, a penalty on the Pittsburgh Spirit. We'll take it to a break. It's 7-1 Pittsburgh on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Spirit penalty number 9, Drago Domovic. 2 minutes 40 and 11:22. Domovic, 2 minutes 40 and 11:22. And advantage, New York.
Spirit are leading at 7-1 this afternoon, delighting what looks like a record crowd. The previous hour was 14,031, and I got to think that there's more here this afternoon. But we'll find out. Usually they make the announcement at the end of the third quarter. On the right wing, Collins on a power play with Drago Domovic sitting out 2 minutes for boarding. On the right side, Collins to Val Tuchsha. Tuchsha back to Michael Collins, 40 feet away. Back for Tuchsha. Now on the left wing, Liverch shot it wide. Two players on the doorstep, neither guy could hook it home. On the right side, Collins. In the middle, Tuchsha with a drive, and that's off the mark. Liverch will go for it. He and Hagen battle along the boards, and a pushing foul on Dave Hagen.
And Dave Hagen was off to the races here. A lot of daylight, but Herb Silva, referee, called him for pushing and possession for New York on their power play.
Here's Michael Collins shooting it, blocked by John O'Hara. Over on the far wing side, Val Tuchsha, 50 feet away. Pulls it, plays it in the box. Vossmeyer calmly kicked it once and then a second time to get it out of there. He got his possession on the ball first, and then he struck it to clear it out. Tuchsha now turning it back upfield for Michael Collins into the offensive zone. Collins with a shot just wide and knocked it in the rebound by Mike Lascia, but give Collins some credit there because he shot that one straight for a goal, and he was unlucky, I think, that he didn't score on that shot himself.
That's true. It was a wicked drive from the near side board to the far post. Joe came out, missed the ball, and the ball hit the boards, bounced off, and Lascia was there to knock it home as it came off the boards into the open net, and New York has the second goal of the game.
Time of the score for New York will be 12 minutes and 25 seconds. Lascia's second power play goal of the day. That's his 7th power play of the season and his 22nd goal of the year. Alberto now on the right side. Looking for Topolsky, broken up. It's back for Luis at the midfield line. Up for Leite. Marcio taken off the ball by Vigliotti. Now on the right side, Mulroy, a former Spirit, who scored the game winner against him. Broken up by Leite, up for Chow. Chow free from Marcio. Toth is out. Marcio's shot is blocked by Toth. And now New York will get the ball back. Doc Lawson brings it upfield. Trying to get it around O'Hara. Nice move to get by Johnny. Right wing boards, a shot up high. Papaleo got a glove hand on it. It goes out of play. Will set up a corner kick for the New York Arrows, who trail in this one 7-2. Both of their goals have been on the power play. 2 minutes straight up remaining in the third quarter.
And both by Lashchev, as he scored his 21st and 22nd of the season.
Vigliotti sends it out to Megaludis. His shot, score! Beating Papaleo to the near side post. And it is now 7-3. And that goal was not a power play goal. That's their first one that was not.
There was off a set play corner kick, and Michailudis was on top of the center of the restraining arc and just received the ball from the corner kick and then just drove it home. Joe Papaleo made a valiant effort to his left, but the ball was perfectly shot as it hit the inside of the post and bounced in. And New York has their third goal of the game.
Vigliotti will assist on the Michailudis goal. Only his second goal of the year. And as we come back, a foul on New York. Time of the goal, 13:02. So it's 7-3, Pittsburgh leading over New York. Topolsky playing it in now, but it's Liverich who'll get the ball back. Mark Liverich up the near wing side, Alberto on him. A foot race toward the right wing. O'Hara takes the ball right away from Mark Liverich. Heads up play by John O'Hara on the right wing. He finds Topolsky. Adam, nice ball in the middle for Luis Alberto. Luis ahead for O'Hara. John, near side boards for Leite, still spinning, nice play. Gets it out to O'Hara. Johnny holds, waits for Adam Topolsky to come in a few strides. Adam will crank from 50, but it's broken up. He'll have to chase that ball back. Liverich comes up with it. O'Hara tries to cut him off. Now it's 2-on-2. Liverich goes down, so does O'Hara, and they're going to call a penalty on John O'Hara.
Liverich was coming in all alone, one-on-one on Joe Papaleo. Got in just outside of the box, and there was no option for John O'Hara there but to bring him down from behind. So this will be a 2-minute penalty for John O'Hara, and Herb Silva is looking for a shootout. That's right.
They're going to call it.
Simply because he was going in one-on-one. That's, of course, that's the rule in the MISL this year, that if you are going on goal one-on-one on a keeper and have a reasonably good chance of scoring, and you're brought down from behind, that will result in a shootout.
You know, on the replay, I don't think he was that far ahead of him. I mean, he was.
That's right.
He was right with him, and Topolsky was also there. And you know, like in hockey, you've got to have a clear-cut breakaway.
That's right.
That was too close. I mean, the other night when McKenzie knocked down Salguero, I'll be the first one to say that you call that because it was ridiculous. Mac was way behind him, caught him from behind and hauled him down. But I don't think that was the case there at all.
Well, Johnny was at goal side position on him, and Liverich came and turned him around, and then Johnny just came and made the sliding tackle, knocked the ball away.
The crowd doesn't agree. But the replay shows as well that there was an error down on the field, at least according to my judgment up here. Saw it once live and once in the replay, and it didn't look good.
On Friday, there was a shootout also. Salguero had a chance to score, but Peter Moblik denied him of that. So this will be a test by Papaleo against Liverich.
And of all players, he scored in 14 straight games. Remember, it's like a breakaway or a shootout in hockey. You're coming in, you got 5 seconds to shoot it. That's the only difference between that and hockey. Here comes Liverich coming in, and his shot will score. Past Papaleo to his right side. It is now 7-4. Pittsburgh. Liverich unassisted. But you see how quickly the game can change.
And that can happen only in indoor soccer, the MISL style. That's what makes the game exciting for the fans.
Time of that goal, 13:43, and that means that New York gets 41 seconds apart. Liverich is 48th of the year, and now he has scored in 15 straight games. We're not talking assists or goals. Goals. That's even more remarkable. Liverich, 48th of the year, 13:43, unassisted. Vossmeyer now up for Kevin Marr, and back for Papaleo. Maybe this game seemed too easy for Pittsburgh, and these goals, hopefully, will make them realize that New York is not going to roll over and play dead, because New York is catching up. And remember, they've done that once already this year. Here is Tuchsche coming back.
So the last home game for New York, they beat Pittsburgh by scoring 4 goals in the final quarter to pull it out.
Here's Atanasio on the near side, holding it up. Plays it back out to Simic. Simic fakes the drive, in deep for Atanasio. Tries to get it to his left foot. He's got Vosmeyer on him. It's left for Tuchsche, blocked by Vosmeyer. Atanasio, I don't think, wanted to stay as close to Tuchsche as he did. That's what caused the problem there. Tuchsche never had a clear shot. Here comes Simic. Off the left wing boards from Mulroy. Got free. Papaleo smothered it. He took his life into his own hands there. And Joe will cover it in front as the ball came back to him. Papaleo rolls it down to McKenzie.
A lot of courage by Joe Papaleo. Of course, upset that he allowed that shootout goal.
14 seconds left, third quarter, 7-4 Pittsburgh. More foul by Atanasio. Vosmeyer looking into the right corner for Child, who's pushed. Child will have a free kick with 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. He'll let Vosmeyer take it from the far board. Set piece coming up. Vosmeyer knocks it into the box, headed down once wide. Vosmeyer off the boards, intended for Hagen. Nobody gets it. Now New York just kicks it downfield, and that's it. The horn sounds. We're at the end of 3. Pittsburgh leads New York 7-4. We're back for the fourth quarter in just a moment on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Side of him, and then Deliberate just turned him around, and then they were going shoulder to shoulder.
But going shoulder to shoulder, that's a foul. That's something else, you know?
Well, that's right. I mean, I know in the shootout usually it's a guy has like 10-15 yards on him, and then he comes down.
It's not a record.
Second largest.
13,778. In the battle for home field advantage in the MISL playoffs. Next Saturday, April 14th, your Pittsburgh Spirit against the Cleveland Force at 8:05.
Welcome back to the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. John Paul Della Camera along with Bruno Schwartz. It is not a record crowd here this afternoon, so we are incorrect. 13,778, second largest crowd in Spirit history to the 14,031 that came out on Ball Day. I think the only reason that they didn't break the record this afternoon, they go by turnstile count here, so there could be some no-shows, and if that's true, probably the no-shows would add up to a figure that would increase that above the record crowd, but it is supposed to be, at least to my knowledge, a turnstile count that is given up. So if you do that, it's the number of people that come through the building, not the number of people that have bought tickets. And I think based on what the advance sale was, that they would have broken a record here this afternoon. But that ain't bad.
Yeah, not at all.
13,778.
Plus the fact it's a beautiful day outside, so some people may have elected to do something else, but the fans that are here are saying one heck of a ball game.
Yeah, there's other things to do. I mean, you and I, we went to a wedding yesterday, right?
That's right, that's right. And you got to keep in mind, too, that this is the first big weekend for youth soccer in the Western Pennsylvania area. There are a full slate of games this afternoon all over the tri-state area.
I'm glad the kids got a good day, because yesterday a lot of the games that were scheduled had to be postponed because of the miserable weather on Friday that kind of lingered and made the fields bad yesterday, at least in the eastern area. We have one more quarter to go. 7-4, Spirit on top, and they have the ball. Greg Ostalchik with it. Coming back. Chipping it ahead, right side, broken up. Kapka now goes after it, but it lands into the seats on a play. Free kick for Pittsburgh. And they put it in play too fast. Pittsburgh has one more home game left, and maybe they'll break that record next Saturday against Cleveland. On the right side, Topolsky, who scores on a direct kick from the near boards.
Pittsburgh needed that goal because New York got a little bit of momentum as they scored 3 unanswered goals. But Adam Topolsky saw Zoltan Kost come out a little bit, cheat a little bit, try to cut down the angle, and try to narrow the passing lane. And Adam Topolsky just picked his corner and beat Zoltan Kost on the near side with a direct drive.
I'll tell you what, it was an indirect kick. It hit off his hand, is what the referee Joe Rudy said, because Polk was up screaming, and Rudy went to the hand. He said that he got a piece of it along the near side. But it will be an unassisted goal at 10 seconds of the quarter. Pittsburgh now leads it 8-4. Lawson, stolen almost by Kapka. He would have been off to the races. Now it's Megaludis getting it back for New York. On the right side, Collins holding on to Ostalchik, and they're going to call it the other way. Free kick will be upcoming for Collins. And here we go. Collins leaves it for Megaludis. Shot right at Papaleo. Joe holding it. And now gives it off to John O'Hara as Pittsburgh comes back. They're leading it 8-4. They've never trailed. They led at 1 point by the score of 4-0. Here's Ostalchik over midfield. Gets around it. Attempt by Liverich. He's free. Greg, far side. And Simi's in the box for Kapka. Unselfish play cost Pittsburgh a goal right there.
Good opportunity for Kapka to increase the lead, but as you said, New York just really came back and forced Kapka to lose possession in the box.
That would have been a hat trick for the Big Z. He's got 2 hat tricks already. Simi's had a good chance to shoot, but he gave it up unselfishly. And you do that stuff a lot, especially when you're up 8-4, though.
Especially the Polish line have been known to do that quite frequently.
Here's Collins for Megaludis. A shot too high off the glass. Settled down by Kapka. And they're going to say it hit his hand. I thought it hit him in the waist. That's a penalty kick then.
That's right. The ball came off the boards. Kapka came back on a recovery run, and as the ball bounced up, they said he trapped it with his hands out and touching the ball in the penalty area. That, of course, is a penalty kick, and Kapka will have to go to the penalty box as New York will have a power play should they not capitalize on the penalty kick itself. You know,
even if we had a replay, it'd be tough to see it unless they had a camera behind one of the end zones, because Kapka has his back to us, and it looked like it hit him in the chest-waist area. But Joe Rudy was down there and said, no, it hit him off the hand, so it's a penalty kick coming up.
Of course, Rudy had a better angle than we did. He was down in the box. He saw the ball come off the board, so there doesn't seem to be much argument on the part of the Pittsburgh Spirit, so it must be the correct call.
Well, they had a look of disbelief, but they did not argue it. Intentional handling is what they're calling on Kapka. Penalty kick situation. Papaleo is 0 for 1 in stopping them. Salguero beat him on the rebound of his own shot. Now remember, unlike the shootout, this ball is alive if it doesn't go in. And Liverich is going to kick it. I've never broadcast a game where we've had both the shootout and the penalty kick in there.
One-on-one confrontation, 24 feet away, Liverich against Papaleo.
He's going to strike it with the left foot, and he scores on a wicked drive. And the funny part about that is that Papaleo guessed right. Normally when you guess right, you can do it, but with a cannon of a shot like Liverich has, it's tough.
That's right. A left-footed wicked shot to the right side, and Joe Papaleo guessed correctly, but there was too much velocity on the shot. From that distance, very difficult to make the save. And New York has its 5th goal as the score is 8-5.
At 1:17. And now Pittsburgh will put it in play. Vossmeyer with it. It's an 8-5 Spirit lead. This is Vossmeyer with the ball. Of course, the penalty ends because Pittsburgh gave up the goal there on the power play, or on the penalty kick. Here's Tuchsha now coming right back. In for Collins. He's free. Pulls it back in the box, but Marr knocks it out. Pittsburgh's got to be careful.
That's right.
It's a 3-goal lead, but it could end up being 2, and that's time to watch out. Here's Collins in the right wing. He had been open a shift previous. Collins in the corner, getting free, but then lost it to the goalkeeper, Papaleo. Rolls it on the left side for Hagen. David gets his own ball off the boards. Look at Collins run right back to stop him, denying him the attempt to break. And now a foul is going to be called for a shoulder block on the part of Val Tuchsha. It's listed as a charge.
Hagen was double teamed up against the board, otherwise he was off to the races, but it was a great recovery run by Collins, and then Tushka came in and stripped him of the ball, but it was a foul.
Kevin Marr off the boards for Dave Hagen. Hagen far side, lays it out, neutral zone to Bobby Vossmeyer. Along the far boards, Kevin Marr trying to turn, but he's broken up by Hilton. And now Hagen barrels through and is called for a charge.
An illegal charge from the rear, and New York's ball in their own defensive zone.
12 minutes and 44 seconds still to play. Final quarter, and it's an 8-5 Spirit lead. They've never trailed in this one, never had the lead threatened. It was a 4-goal lead early for the Spirit. And now it's down to 3 as Vossmeyer moves it on the left wing side for Kevin Marr. Into the corner for Child. Hagen breaks for goal. Child cuts it inside for Vossmeyer, knocked out by Val Tuksha. Here comes New York. It's 3-on-3 as they counter. Atanasio running it into some open space in the offensive zone. Marr blocks that, but Atanasio gets it back in return. He'll take a drive. Vossmeyer blocks it right out to Megaludis. He'll take a shot. That's wide. Loose ball in the box. Turnaround shot Vigliotti. And there's a whistle. And they're going to call an offensive foul there on New York.
New York starting to shoot from the outside now, just trying to create some havoc in the box for Joe Capoleo, trying to use the board, whatever they have to do in order to get back into the game.
It is an 8-5 Spirit lead. Kevin Marr after it. Takes it all the way to the left wing corner. Megaludis just wails away at him. And they're going to call a foul on Megaludis.
Kicking.
Tell you, there's some liberties that have been taken here this afternoon.
It's been a wild and woolly one. 8-5 Pittsburgh lead, 13 goals so far scored.
Maybe if everything was called, the game would have been just whistle to whistle to whistle. But there's been a lot that's gone on. Vossmeyer knocks it for Child. Paul again off the boards, broken up. New York looks for it, but Marr turns it back in. Vossmeyer tried for Marr, and after dangerous play on Lawson, he had his foot up by Kevin Marr's face.
That's right, he was showing his cleats, and that's a dangerous play. Incorrect kick for Pittsburgh.
It's worse even on the replay. Here's Vossmeyer trying to knock it in for Hagen, but it's broken up, and New York counters. Lawson all the way back over the midfield line. Open winger on the left wing, Atanasio. Marr trying to cut him down off the boards. It's wide. McKenzie knocked down Lawson in the box. No foul. No. Here on the other side comes Vigliotti. Off the boards. It's taken off Lawson, and now Papaleo will catch it. Joe over in the left wing, and Hagen took it right around his man Vigliotti. Great offensive move. All the way into the offensive zone. Cuts it toward the middle with Child. The feed is for Paul Child. Paul wanted to bring it in, broken up, knocked down to the far point. And now McKenzie back in the neutral zone. Good ball and knock it ahead for Ostalchik. Greg for Child, right back for Greg, but the give and go too hard. And Atanasio takes it back. 10:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Spirit 8, New York 5. Ball chipped into the box. Papaleo now will get it outside of the box as it rolls right. Kapka off the boards for Civies. Ian bumped by Lashchev, and a foul is called.
From our USA out-of-town scoreboard, Memphis leads St. Louis 5-3 at the half.
And the Maulers tied at 7 with the New Orleans Breakers at halftime. Here's a nostalgic lead for Civies. Will make it Kapka. Helped Civies right the first time we shot it wide. How'd I do that? Here is Tuksha now coming back. Kapka knocks it away for Topolsky, who'll bang it all the way back to Papaleo. Joe lifts it high over the midfield line for Ostalchik. Now to Kapka. Running back. Good recovery by Simic to take the ball away.
New York using high pressure all over the field now, trying to force Pittsburgh to cough up the ball.
O'Hara takes it away from Liverich. Up on the right wing. To Adam Topolsky over midfield. Adam with a pass for Kapka was behind him, but Z will hang on with 10 minutes to go. Fourth quarter, 8-5, Pittsburgh leading it. On the right wing, Topolsky for Kapka. 40-footer, but he passed it instead in the box, and Civies is broken up.
Civies was wide open behind the keeper, but Tushka was there to break up the play.
Here's Topolsky getting it back from Kapka. Adam holding it 60 feet away for Kapka. Z for Civies in the corner. Trying to blow it by, but Toth had the short side covered, and he'll toss it upfield. Near wing for Liverich, 9:30 to go. In the fourth, it's an 8-5 Spirit lead. Liverich getting free, but that ball will go all the way into Papaleo. He'll kick it along the near boards for O'Hara. Now on the left wing side. This is Topolsky on the run. Over the midfield line. He's got Ostalchik free. Adam over the line. Left side. Ostalchik cutting. Draws Toth out. Off the boards, it's blocked by Zoltan Toth and kicked back to him by Lawson. Here comes New York on a quick counter. Good pass upfield, but now Lastchev lost it. He'll bring it back in stride over the line. Lastchev blocked by Sibis, but a big drive by Simic. Luckily, it was high for Pittsburgh. It was a nice follow-up. Up for Kapka now over midfield to Sibis. Pittsburgh wanting to settle things down here as Ian toes it right side. Ostaucha getting room. A drive blocked there by Megaludis.
Pace just incredible right now. Both teams going from end to end. No build-up whatsoever as both teams counter-attacking.
Not giving us a chance to break for any commercials either. Ball played to the near boards off a deflection. Kapka looking. Plays it all the way back to Papaleo as Pittsburgh tries to change up on the fly. Vossmeyer on with Hagen and Child. Played up the left wing for Marr. Hagen runs toward the box. Toth comes way out. Blasted upfield for Liverich, who heads it down. Now it's Collins after. It could be a 2-on-1. Pittsburgh back to defend. Liverich turns, can't kick it. McKenzie on a block. Liverich screaming at the officials all afternoon.
He was looking for a foul there because Mack came up very big with his feet, showing his cleats, but Liverich just falling down.
Child's pass for Hagen doesn't hit the mark. Child will get another whack at it, sends it to the left wing. Marr losing it, can't find it. It hit off those boards too hard for him. Comes back the other way, and Hilton is blocked by Vossmeyer. Now it is Marr. Off the far boards. Toth was going to come on. Now he gets back in. Child off the boards for Hagen. Broken up by Megaludis. And now we've got a dangerous play on Pittsburgh for showing some cleats. We're going to go to a break. It's 8-5 Pittsburgh on the Spirit Soccer Network.
Red line by New York. Indirect hit. There, checking our USL out-of-town scoreboard in the USFL at the half. New Orleans 7, Ballers 7.
Back live at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. John Paul Della Camera along with Bruno Schwartz. And New York steals the ball. Here they come with Collins. Leading a 3-man on 4 attack to Hilton. Blocked, but Hilton will get another whack at it. Sends it toward the box. Headed by Vossmeyer. And they're going to call Liverich for tripping Bobby Vossmeyer.
He looks like he's in pain.
I don't know if it's the way he landed or not. We may get another look at this one upstairs anyway. Unfortunately, you don't at home. It's just radio, but HSE is carrying it. We get the cheat on it. I think it's the way he landed. Looked like Liverich had hit him in the upper leg, and as he came down, he twisted. Bobby a little bit slow to get up. We're going to take it to a break while he gets back up to his feet. It's 8-5 Pittsburgh on the Spirit Soccer Network. Come back live. Nicky Megaludis plays it off the right wing boards. Down to 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh leads it here 8-5. Lawson takes a drive in front, deflected, but Papaleo got his fingers on it. He made a nice play. It's important for Joe to stay in this game and come away with a victory. He's lost his last couple of starts. Ball played in off the boards. Quick shot. Papaleo saves that. Mulroy gave it a little extra, and he's called for it. Up on the left wing now for Hagen. Dave Hagen running it back, puts the brakes on. Hagen feeds for Alberto. Luis holding it. Still with it. Plays it back, and a soft touch for John O'Hara. Now up for Dave Hagen. Hagen with Child and Alberto on for Bob Vossmeyer. Over on the right side, it's played in for Alberto to Hagen. A wicked drive right at Zoltan Toth.
It was a pretty play, and Luis Alberto took the ball off the chest and then let the ball drop, and Hagen came up in a perfect time and volleyed it, but directly into Toth.
Now New York is calling a timeout. You think they're going to pull a goalkeeper? There's a lot of time left, but they're down by 3.
There is an awful lot of time, 6 minutes and 15 seconds, and but it looks like they're going to either change up or I'm not quite sure now. There seems to be a lot of discussion there. They cannot call a timeout until they have total possession of the ball. now they're calling an indirect kick.
Well, they're calling it for New York, though, so why don't they have total possession? Well, no wonder we get confused up here. Well, the confusion, I think, starts down there. New York had the ball, they had possession, or they already called their timeout. That's what happened. Didn't they already call it in the third quarter? Yeah. Along the near side, Atanasio with the ball. I think when it was 7-1, they called it. Something like that. They called 2 timeouts. We'll double check that. I think that's what happened. Here's Alberto in the right wing. Luis putting the brakes on in the corner. Feeds to Polsky, a wicked drive. Blocked up into the crowd. Let's double check that. I want to see just if we're right. If New York had already called, they had already called 2 timeouts.
That's right. They both. New York went to the bench, but the referees immediately said you already had your timeout and resume play by having a kick from the goal area.
Now, when the ball goes out of play, they can change the goalkeeper. We saw this happen in Cleveland the other night, and that really confused us, and that's what New York is going to do. And it's Tuchsha that will don the goalkeeper's jersey. That's what's happening here. They can have a timeout on this play and a warm-up for the goalkeeper if they want on the dead ball. So we will take it to our final break of the regular portion of this game. We're gone for 30 seconds. The score is Pittsburgh 8, New York 5 on the Spirit Soccer Network. And New York is warming up Val Tuchsha on a dead ball situation. If that ball goes up into the crowd, it is a normal situation where you can go for that break. And that's what New York has done here. But previously, they had already called their second timeout. The referees were not aware of it because they let the timeout go. And then when they realized that it was their second one, and I don't know how they did, obviously they didn't hear us appear, but maybe one of the players in the Spirit bench or John Kowalski held it, or maybe one official knew and one didn't, but they both sure didn't know. Ball cleared back now to Topolsky, and he'll play it back to Papaleo. It's 8-5. The ball never gets to Pap. It goes out of play. 8-5 for Pittsburgh, and New York with Val Tuchsha in goal, so they have the extra attacker. And Pittsburgh is oh so familiar with this, especially in home games where Pittsburgh is 18 victories and just 4 losses. Here's Tuchsha at the red line. Val with a long drive. It's blocked in front by Topolsky. Ostauchi will clear it and chip it ahead. That one looks good. Simmons is going to run right to it, and he'll score. 9-5 Pittsburgh. Ostauchik's roller, I don't think would have had the legs on it. And Tuchsha let Simmons come from behind him and probably end the game.
That's right. Here Simmons got in front of Tuchsha. Tuchsha was trying to catch up from behind, but Simmons with the icing on the cake as Pittsburgh has scored their 9th goal.
Time of the goal will be 9 minutes, 26 seconds. And for Ian Sibbies, he scored in 17 straight. He was blocked in his last 2, and then he has now scored in 3 more. So that's 19 of his last 22 games. And for Ian, his 33rd of the year. Now O'Hara intercepts it for Ostauchik. Up for Sibbies, ahead for Greg Ostauchik. Tuchsha backpedaling into the goal. Ostauchik to Sibbies. He wanted Kapka, but he was breaking the other way. Tuchsha clears it up and then comes back to him for Mulroy. 9-5 Pittsburgh, 5:05 remaining. Simic at midfield. Up for Mark Liverich, broken up by Topolsky for Sibbies, and now here's Ostauchik. Right side, Kapka, leading for Ian Sibbies. Ostauchik's going to be open. Sibbies comes all the way in, trying to feed it, broken up by the keeper, Tuchsha. Now in for Ostauchik, and he missed. Kapka hat-trick! John Kowalski would say that revenge is sweet this afternoon.
I'm sure he's going to let his players know about that. New York is the one that started Pittsburgh's skid in those last 6-7 games, and now to play them at home and just totally dominate them, it's got to be a gratifying feeling.
And it was only a couple of Sundays ago. Lawson with the ball. Now to Dragan Simic at the midfield line. He'll leave it off. Zoltan Toth back in goal, replacing his man as Dave Hagen is down on the turf. He was a victim of a shot from Nicky Megaludis, and now this is ridiculous.
Getting out of control now.
Well, Vosmeyer just trips Simic, but Hagen had been down on a wicked kick for about 15 seconds before it, and they're not calling it.
Well, that's an inconsistency in the officiating, and that, of course, has plagued the MISL in years past, and it's happening here. So Bob Vosmeyer will go into the penalty box, and that gives renewed life to New York as they will have a power play.
It's just frustrating up here to watch it and see what's called, and the only reason Bobby Vosmeyer is not arguing is because of the scoreboard showing that it's 10-5, but Hagen had been taken down. Vosmeyer does the same thing, and there's nothing. So Hagen's got some ice on the right ankle, and with the score being what it is, he'll probably be done for this afternoon. And he's got a week to get whatever swelling down for next Saturday's game with Cleveland. And you can still buy tickets for that game with Cleveland. Seats still available, some good seats still available. Some in A and B sections. You can charge it at 642-2067 during normal business hours. You can get group tickets, save a couple bucks per ticket if you have 20 or more by calling 642-1803 and setting that up. 2 minutes for trimming on Vosmeyer at 10:31. So Toth puts it in play, and he'll be playing up a bit. Up for Tuksha. Man advantage for New York. Tuksha right side for Collins. Back for Tuksha. Now Collins to Liverich. Liverich in a corner. Quick shot now, and a rebound score from Liverich. After the first drive was taken on the near side by Simic, who'll draw the assist.
And Joe very upset with himself for not having held on to the ball. The ball was taken in a shot. He could not hold on it, and Liverich was there coming across the penalty area and then just chipped it in. And New York scores on their power play.
And that's a hat trick for Mr. Liverich. 48, 49, now 50. What a year he's had. So it's 10-6, and the time of that power play goal would be 10 minutes, 45 seconds on the power play. I know one thing, our Hyatt post-game show won't have all of these goals. First of all, I don't know if we have enough tapes, and second, I don't know if we have enough time. I think we have to leave the building at a certain time. On the right side, this is Lawson. 10-6 for Pittsburgh. Ball played into the corner for Liverich, and now knocked in, and Papaleo is there. He'll toss it upfield for Alberto. Luis slowing it down. Alberto just muscled by Doc Lawson. Holding foul. Now Leite gets it from Alberto, who's played in quickly. Marcio back for Luis. The ball doesn't have enough on it. It's broken up. Marr follows through. Picks it up, knocks it ahead for Alberto. About 50 feet away. Luis to the far boards. Leite will get it off the boards on his right foot. Wants to spin to his left. Takes it wide on the far side. Being grabbed by the jersey. It's getting ridiculous. Simic just grabbed the jersey for about 5 seconds.
Well, they made the call. Pittsburgh will have a direct kick.
Alberto now slides it right wing to Kevin Marr. Marr in for Leite, and he just shanked it. He lost that one. That one had goal written all over it.
So he was pressured by Lashev, and in his attempt to shoot hurriedly, put the ball in the stands.
You know, Baltimore used to play this style. They used to do anything to disrupt you, but Baltimore doesn't play like this anymore. Not this bad. I mean, New York at every opportunity tries to foul you. All they're getting is a foul. I mean, I don't blame them for their tactic, because I think they're making a mockery of the two-man system with what has not been called this afternoon.
It's been very physical, to say the least. And as I said, the scouting report on Pittsburgh was that Pittsburgh was unable to convert on their power play situations, and they wanted to disrupt the rhythm of their play by playing very hard and physical.
Here's Papaleo coming out of goal. Up the right side for Child. He's going to have Leite with him. Child chips it ahead for Marcio. On the left wing, Alberto and Child now join the rush. It's 3-on-3. It's knocked back to McKenzie. Mack holding it. Fakes. Good ball to Leite on the left wing. Marcio will fake. Now takes a drive. It's just wide and banged out of there by Vigliotti. That drive almost beat Zoltan Toth. Up the near boards. Leite just tackled football style by Vigliotti. He just ran them down. And I'll tell you what, that's still a late call.
And it is a 2-minute call against Migliotti, and Pittsburgh will have a power play.
12 minutes, 22 seconds, the time of the penalty. Migliotti just ran him, basically, is what happened.
It was a shoulder body block is what it was. Marcio, of course, he weighs about 140 pounds, and he just went flying into the air.
Well, I mean, they're ridiculous fouls. It's not even frustration fouls. It's unbelievable. It really is.
What are you trying to gain by that? New York, of course, fighting for the reputation, for the right. They're looking to get into the playoffs in any way they can possibly do.
Topolsky for Child, back for Alberto. In the box for Leite, just missed. Pittsburgh almost strung 4 passes together to score. Leite knocks it back for Child, who was knocked down and bounced back up, just like a yo-yo. Back on the right side, this is Topolsky for Alberto. Luis holds, feeds for Leite. He's got a wicked drive. He let it go, and he almost beat Toth with it. Alberto, gamble, spun it right side to Topolsky. His drive is blocked by New York's defense. Megaludis off the boards. Topolsky blocks that. Back out for Alberto. 55 feet away. Luis for Topolsky. Adam in the box, wanted Child. It's knocked down. New York getting it and flicking it out. Down to 2 minutes to play in the game, and guess what? The penalty clock works. 1:20 to go. It works at the end of the game. Civvies back to Alberto. Luis holding it. Right side to Topolsky. The crowd's not done. They want more. Here's Luis. Good ball right corner. Civvies back for Alberto. The shot stopped by Zoltan Toth. Child almost knocked it home. He came right through. Here's Tuksha on the right wing. Val Tuksha tried to give it up, and he did, in fact, but to the wrong guy. Civvies with it. 55 seconds up to the man advantage. Leite getting it free. Shot up the boards wide. Child's header just wide. And now it's knocked home by Leite. Marcio Leite makes it 11-6 Pittsburgh.
And some impressive heads-up play by Marcio Leite. He was not to be denied. He followed the ball all the way in, and the ball came off the board and just simply headed it and then just jammed it home as Zoltan Toth was on the floor.
Time of the goal, 13:34. Leite's 8th of the season. 5th power play goal, 2nd power play goal for him today. And Child will get the assist in that one. Ostalchik now in the steal. Child almost had a real nice header goal. And after he had shot it and hit up above the crossbar, it came down and Marcio stuffed it short side. Here's Ostalchik. Pittsburgh scoring some goals this afternoon. Played back to Topolsky. Adam will turn it up the right side. Here's Topolsky holding it. Now over on the left side for John O'Hara at the midfield line. Down to 53 seconds. Kapka blocked in the play. And now a foul is going to be called on Michael Collins.
New York just totally frustrated here, having some comments with the referee on some of the calls. But it's been Pittsburgh this afternoon, very dominant and a great team effort.
Ostalchik plays it right side to Adam Topolsky. Adam holding it. Plays it back to Papaleo. Joe with it, up for Ostalchik, knocked on the right side to Topolsky. Some tremendous passing here. They won't give New York the ball. Knocked upfield to Topolsky. Kapka's free. Adam just barely saw him at the last moment. He has a chance to get it to him, but Toth kicked it out. Nice play. Up for Mulroy. Mulroy stops in the neutral zone. Almost lost it. Got it back with 20 seconds left. Up for Liverich. Mark Liverich with a drive, and it's right at Papaleo, who covers it up. And will toss in the right wing. Down to 10 seconds. Civvies, right side. Kapka got by the defense. Tried to play it up the boards, and Toth came out to clear it. The crowd will count it down. And the Pittsburgh Spirit have an impressive win this afternoon. I know they want to do a victory lap, but maybe players will be too swollen from all of the kicks to run around. And I think the only negative about this whole afternoon is it would have been nicer if the headlines tomorrow could have read Spirit Rock New York before a record crowd, but they'll have to settle for the 2nd highest crowd in Spirit history. But this was a very big win here for the Pittsburgh Spirit.
Indeed